I believe that's working. Yes, yes. So, hello YouTube, and for those who'll be watching us later, I am Ana Lara. I will be your host today. Here with me, we have Ricardo, Pedro, Bruna, Murilo, and Rodrigo. So, today's topic, we're going to talk about working conditions. We just watched a quick video about it. But before I get started, I need to introduce a little bit for for those who doesn't know us yet, how TNT works, right? So it's very quick one, but yeah, so TNT is a community where we came here to communicate in four languages, not just English, but also Spanish, French, and Italian, if I am not wrong. And yeah, the live meetings are not regular classes. I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to correct anyone. There's no material or homework. We are just here to have a nice chat, to practice our speaking skills in order to build confidence and achieve fluency, right? And yeah, to get to know us better and make new friends, meet new people. But if you're interested to purchase some plans to purchase some classes, you can check all the available options on our website, talkandtalk.com.br. And yeah, I believe that's all. Let's get started. Let me just put the questions on the chat. And I will divide us, okay? I will create one breakout room, okay? Let me just say. Let me put us 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. Okay. So I'm going to open the rooms. Everybody can see the questions on the chat, just to confirm. So
yeah.
Okay. So I will divide us 3 here with me, 2 with me in the main room, and 3 on the other room. But if you need any help, you can click on the bottom, ask for help, and I will go to you. And I bring you guys back around 8:50. Okay?
Okay.
So let me open the rooms. If you receive the invitation, please accept. And we'll see each other around 8:50. Let me see. Pedro, have you received the invitation? Hello? Oh, go. Okay, so we are in 3, 3. That's better. So before we get started, maybe we can start presenting ourselves. Okay. Bruna could start, maybe.
Yes, I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I married. I have 2 sons, and I work in public service. I like it to do in my free time dance, ride the bicycle at park on Sunday, and I think that's it. And I'm here. I have here in TNT since December 2021. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Bruna. It's good to have you here again. And you, Murilo, your turn. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Murilo. I'm 30 years old. I live in Laguna, Santa Catarina. And I work as front-end developing technology area. And in my free times, I like to read books, play sports, hang out with my friends on weekends. And I'm here for improve my English and just enjoy the journey. Yeah, enjoy a lot. Yeah, that's it, I think.
Awesome. So you mentioned you like doing some sports. Can you
Yeah,
share
yeah, go running,
running? Oh,
and go to the gym sometimes where it's happens more difficult, and go surfing.
surfing. Awesome.
Surfing
I would
every single
love.
day.
Oh, got it. That's awesome. I would love to learn how to surf.
It's hard.
Maybe.
It's amazing when you learn it. When I think staying up on board here,
Got it.
above on
Awesome.
board.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Murilo. So, about me, right? I am Ana Laura. I'm 26. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I work with quality control in the food industry. I live with my boyfriend. Let me see what else. On my free time, I like to read some books, do some biking, like Bruna mentioned. We divide this interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much me. So let's jump into the questions. So the first one is like, how would you define working conditions? Can you give one example of it? Maybe Bruna could start.
Yes, the worker condition for me, it's the minimum things that is necessary to work, that the workers need to perform his work. For example, I think it's the minimal things it's necessary to perform your things, your job. That's it. And for example, the conditions receive a fair salary. I think it's a good condition, no? And the time you spend working and the necessary to spend time relax too, the time to relax and the clean. I think a clean place. It's necessary to
Yes.
work. And the specific tools, ferramenta for your develop your performance, your job, you need to have this.
Yes, absolutely. You nailed it, Bruna. Maybe we can mix question number 1 and 2. I forgot. I believe that you two, as you describing what you guys do, you two work in the home office model. Yes, you work like that.
Yes, I work in
Yes.
hybrid system, so
Hybrid.
I needed to go twice in my office. And here in my house, I work, but if my computer, it's only mine to do. All it's mine. My job don't offer me nothing.
Oh, got it. I understand that. So, since we are mixing question number 1 and 2, can you describe a little bit how the working conditions of your current job, like the environment? So
Okay.
the most of the time you work from home, right? But
Yes.
about the other things that are described on the questions, maybe.
Well, I work in the public services, so it's so good. I have my right work. Uh, I think that it my right to work in, and it's so good. I don't have a problem with my boss nowadays. I don't have problem. But in the past, I work in the place. It's so hard because my boss maybe it's a alcoholic, and it's difficult because she wants that I work all the time, all the day, and I work 7 years per day. So she called me at morning, for example, and I needed to work. My time is work, and to work is after 12, after 12. That's it. And she called me all the time in the morning. It's so bad. It's I think in the past I suffer burnout. It's
Oh,
not
really?
so good. But about my environment, it's so good. Nowadays, don't have problem. I have all things that is necessary to work. I perform my work in the office. That's it, I think. And the remuneration, I think, and the benefits, I think it's fair. I don't have problem. I think if you received more, it's okay. It's better,
Awesome.
but
We
I don't
will
have
not
problem.
complain, right?
Yeah, no. And but it's okay.
Oh, got it. Thanks for sharing, Bruna. And I'm really sorry to hear that you had this like bad experience in your previous job. But let's hear now from Murilo. We are mixing question number 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay. Our conditions, how to provide these tools for working. Yeah. Good environment, good talks each other with staff. Yeah. And benefits, how Bruna mentioned. And benefits, salary, yeah. Meetings or tools for improving themselves, ourselves, yeah. For example, tools for learning new something or new technology, for example, in my area, yeah, or improve myself and generate more performance. And yeah, I think it's work conditions depends how company provides the tools in general for the process, people's, yeah, this kind of things. And the second question, please describe the work condition. My current job, I think it's amazing. My company provide good tools for working. For example, notebook, laptop, yeah, and the good platforms for work process. For example, Gmail, Google Schedule, and let me think, giving me another example. A process for organizing, for work, okay. Yeah, and the salary benefits, food benefits, health benefits, yeah, good benefits with them. Yeah, I so happy with my current job. It's amazing. My leadership, my current job, my boss, my staff, talks each others, how you need it all the time. If you have some difficulty, yeah, I'm improving a lot with myself.
Awesome, Murilo. Thanks for sharing. And I'm really happy that you are happy with your current job. Yeah, you mentioned something interesting and really important that I was not thinking at first, but like about not just offering the tools to the general tools, but also offering training so people can perform better, right? And about a pleasant atmosphere, like you were saying about a good relationship with your boss and your peers, right? How asking how they are and if they need any something, right? That's really, really nice, and I believe that's important as well. Thanks.
And
Go ahead,
Murilo
Bruna.
said about the training, the course. I think it's so good. Big benefits that we have where in the company offer it this, because it's a great opportunity you have to develop yourself, the other skills, and sometimes my colleague, for example, hate this. Oh my gosh, nowadays we want to do other course or other training. I think it's so good because it's a great opportunity to develop yourself. No, but
Yes, yes.
it's a benefit because it's not necessary to pay for learning something, but sometimes nobody see the same form maybe.
Yes, absolutely. I agree 100% with you. Because, like my mom says, knowledge no one can take from you, right? And you will take and live with that. You will, you know, live with this for the rest of your life, right? And yeah, it's nice to learn new things. Maybe it's just the three of us that think about that, and other people don't, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys, go ahead, Marilo, please.
This point that Bruna said is very, very important. When I receive a lot of positions, for example, and I prefer company that provide it, and when I improve myself, it's very important for my future, yeah. And in the future, my salary increase a lot, and my
Yes,
better, yeah.
yes, definitely. You're right, Murilo. We can maybe think about the long term of the things, right? Not just
I prefer low salary at the moment, but in the future, my salary is very, very expensive, very, very increasing a lot.
yeah, because like Bruna mentioned, this type of benefit is like an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So you can reach higher salaries, payments, and positions, right? With
Yeah.
these experiences. Very nice. So yes, you guys said it all about the working conditions. I would only add maybe like organizational culture, but I believe that it's important. Well, maybe the health and security as well, how the company see this, the health and security of the employees, right? But let me see. And question number 2. Yeah, I'm not like you guys. I don't work like a hybrid or in home office. I work as presential because I go there in the the factory, right? I go there almost every day. I'm working a lot of extra hours because I work in a chocolate industry. So this is the most important time of the year for us, Easter. So everybody's working a lot. But yeah, I believe the payments, the remuneration benefits are fair. And the environment, I cannot complain of anything. My relationship with my peers are good, And with my boss, she is really, I forgot the word, compreensiva, but empathetic, I would say as well, empática. And even though everybody is getting a little crazy doing a lot of extra hours, we get some fun with each other there. And that's good. Maybe we can go to the question number 3. Maybe Murilo could read for us aloud and answer.
Yeah, good question. What's your opinion about the working laws in your country? Would you like to change anything? Yeah, I would like to change so many things. And the laws, for example, there are so many taxes, yeah, for company pay every month. It's prejudicate payments, yeah, and the minimum salary, it's very, very bad, yeah, and it's what people's receive a minimum salary not have conditions for livings every month. Yeah, for example, paying the rent pay, yeah, I think grocery and foods and bills and kind of things, yeah. And I think it's very difficult in our country. And depends the company, depends the company not provide this good salary because there are so many taxes for paid for government, yeah. Politics is very, very bad, and the politics receive high salary, yeah, and us receive low salary, and us working many working more, much more, yeah, and the politics not working, yeah, working a little, yeah, and there are another things, but I not remember now. But I think it's have a good condition, good benefits. For example, I think vacations. Yeah, I think you have laws provide this. I think these words provide security. For example, when you get out for work, yeah, you receive a salary for 5 months, yeah. You receive salary for get another job. You have time for thinking in your life. It will change ourselves. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Thanks for sharing, Murilo, your thoughts. And you, Bruna, what do you think? Do you agree with Murilo?
Well,
You want to add something?
in parts, I agree with Murilo because the text is so crazy all the time, and it's difficult for the leader, the boss, the CEO, for example, to pay a great salary and the same time pay the tasks. I think it's difficult. It's expensive or more expensive for this. But if you compare maybe with the United States, for example, I think we here in Brazil have a lot of benefits with because the boss needed to pay the taxes. And like Murilo said, we have a lot of days of vacation. We have the when you don't, it's impossible to work and present. You show the prescription, atestado, maybe, and the impossible to work. You receive the money without work, and I think it's difficult to balance the interest the employees and the employer, I think is difficult. And nowadays, I think maybe the law it's fair. I think it's fair, but I think it's necessary to pay more fair for the employee. I think the works right. It's so good, but it's necessary to fiscalization, maybe a better fiscalization for the works right. And I think that's it.
Got it. Thanks, Bruna. And let me see. Yes, I agree with you guys when you said about the taxes. Unfortunately, the employers are always thinking about getting profit, right? And maybe the taxes are, if the taxes are too high, they cannot offer so many jobs or offer with smaller salaries because he has to pay these taxes, and sometimes even close their operations on a place, right? There are some companies that are doing this movement as well. And yeah, but I agree with Bruna when she mentioned about that here in Brazil we have the workers, they have a lot of rights, much more than China and the US, I believe. And what Murilo said about the auxílio-desemprego, I don't remember the name, how to say this in English, but yeah, this one is very important. The time of the vacations that we got, it's usually bigger than the other places, other countries. And yeah, I believe that it's fair, but maybe what I would like to change nowadays would be like the minimum salary. I remember, if I'm not wrong, Murilo mentioned that, if not in this answer, his last answer, but in some previous, about the cost of things nowadays, right? And we have to pay like grocery, I forgot how to say aluguel, but yeah, the prices are rising, and the salaries are not everybody's salaries, especially who receives the minimum, is not, going with the rising of the price of things. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yes, and about these days, I told about this with my son. He started to work now, and he asked me a lot of things about this, the price of things, the price the boss pay for the hours. And I explained many things about this here in Brazil and compare it about the China with it you show in the video, because it's difficult when you think about they pay only centavos, I forgot,
Cents.
cents for a piece clothes, for example. It's inhuman, desumano, I don't know. I think it's terrible. I think here, when you compare about this China, for example, here we have a lot of benefits. No, we have a lot of right, and I think it's not so good here. But it's not the problem is not here. The problem is there. I think that's it. And yesterday I read a news about I don't know how do you say, it's a cheque de alimentação, maybe money to pay your food. The judiciário, they want to raise this for 1,900. It's a lot of, it's more rising than the minimum salary the other person receive. And I think it's not have a balance with the poor and the rich person. It's difficult because a little bit part of the population receive a lot of money and the other receive nothing. It's not fair. It's unfair. That's it.
Yes, I agree with you, Bruna. Unfortunately, this is our reality, but hopefully this is gonna change. So let's go to question number 4. This one is more philosophical one. For you, aside earning money, what is the purpose of work? What do you think about this one, Murilo?
There are so many things that important a lot for me. For example, a good environment, good staff, good people, and good tools for working, and good things, benefits for health, for example, because health brings many possibilities for work well. Yeah, and it's importantly provides tools for improving ourselves. Yeah, improving our knowledge. Yeah, I think for me that's it. It's very important how condition that I mentioned it.
Got it. And you, Bruna, what's your opinion about?
Well, like I said, I work in the public service, so I think I make something to people's life easier, maybe, I think. And I help in the legal process. So about the problem with work judice, maybe work judice, justiça trabalhista. So I think that's it. My purpose is help. It's facilitate the life of other person. That's it.
Yes, I loved when you say about purpose, right? Because, like, I believe that if you are doing your job just for get the money, maybe it's not making you, maybe it's not that I wouldn't like to use this term, the correct, but it's something that's not, it's not okay. Maybe you're not like, you don't like what you do, right? But when you mention about purpose, right, this is a deeper thing, and I believe that we must search a job that we can, do the activities and feel nice about it, feel this sense of purpose. Maybe we must try to find this one. Really nice, Bruna.
Do you like what do you do, your job?
Yes, absolutely. Because I help in some way I help people to get their food safety food, right? They will not get sick or yeah, and help them to you know to have so they can have a nice moments experience as well, because chocolate usually are used for people to give presents for the loved ones, maybe an anniversary or a special date like Christmas or Easter or Valentine's, yeah. And yeah, that's what I think about this question. Me and Bruna, we are on the same page. Thanks, Bruna. Let me see. Yeah, this one is interesting as well. Are there any jobs you think that are not paid enough? Why do you believe these workers are undervalued? Can you start this one, Bruno? Some professionals.
No, it's interesting because sometimes you see someone work a lot and think, oh my gosh, he received a low maybe, and it's necessary to receive more because this work is exhausted, maybe something like this. But it's difficult to compare our works because, for example, when I see someone, I forgot the varrendo a rua. It's difficult because you think in the a Sunday it's hot, maybe it's difficult, but you think it's okay, it's possible. He needed to do a physical exercise in this moment. It's exhausting, I agree, and but it's difficult. You sit in front of the computer and need to think, and you have a worry, you have a big problem to resolve, you solve. It's difficult to compare it because I have a air conditioner in my place, in my office, and but I have a problem, I have a responsibility, and the other person, for example, that I said, maybe don't have a big problem, don't have a worry, and but it's have a Sunday in your heart, you have maybe it's exhausting physical exercise, maybe. But I think it's a good person receive more. If that person needed to work at their street, I think it's difficult and sometimes to lead with the other person. I think maybe it's necessary to receive more.
Got it. And you, Murilo, what do you think about that?
In our country, there are so many jobs that not paid enough. Yeah, I think the laws it's cause it. For example, there are so many countries in the world. You 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 can be and the dishwasher and you pay and you receive it very well. For example, it job provide your travel around the world. You can live. You can eat in some foods, good foods, expensive foods, not expensive because there are so many laws that provide good conditions. Yeah. And you can work in supermarket, you receive very well in other countries, for example. But in our country, in Brazil, specifically, not good. For example, your salary not enough for pay rent, pay rent, yeah, pay grocery, pay foods, pay bills, yeah, because the laws prejudicate a lot, yeah, the corruptions, I not I not say it, yeah, this culture is very, very bad in our country, yeah, but I think I have how do you say esperança?
Hope,
How
hope like this.
hope? Yeah, I hope it's better in the future, yeah, and provide good conditions for our people, our peoples in our countries. I think that.
Yes, yes, you're right, Murilo. I hope that too in the future. But yeah,
Because
you mentioned
in our country exists this big difference among between classes, yeah. And if you or you you receive very well or you receive very bad and it prejudicate our lives. Yeah, it's classes. It's big difference. It's not
yes,
the idea. It's not. It's very bad. Yeah.
yes, unfortunately. But you mentioned something that it's important, like uh, in other countries, the richer than Brazil, where there is more balance between what we are mentioning about the salaries and the inflation. So you mentioned that, oh, you can be like work at the supermarket, but your purchase power, you can live a good life. But here in Brazil, it's not true, right? Unfortunately. But when I made this question, I was thinking more like there was a polemic, I
For
believe.
example, when you working with these jobs, you're working much more with another jobs, for example, and you receive more, you receive low, you receive bad. Yeah, it's not.
Yes,
It's not make sense. Yeah, for
yes,
people's working in the street. Oh yeah, it's kind of thing is, and these people's receive is very, very bad. It's not make sense.
yes, yes. I was thinking like on two professionals when I made this question about the nurses, enfermeiros, and the professors, because I think especially here in Brazil they are not fair valued. Like their job is so important, but they work so hard, and sometimes they don't receive in general they don't receive a good salary, unfortunately. Yes,
I
that's my
agree,
opinion.
and especially the teachers. I think
Yes,
have a lot of responsibility and
yes,
they don't receive enough. That's it. Because when I said about the garbage man, and they compare for the other person, for example, it's difficult because this person receiving more, but he maybe he study more or that's it. But the teacher all the time you need to study and have the worry, have the challenge all day. And especially the students, it's difficult. And I agree with you. It's they don't receive enough the fair.
yes,
Go ahead,
yes,
Murilo. Sorry.
Oh no, no problem. I totally agree with you, Bruno. And there are another side, for example, people studying a lot and they receiving more. But I think there's another peoples that not studying to deserve it, receive well too. Yeah, as well for leaves, for travel, for food well, yeah, eating well, and kind of things. Yeah, these people deserve it as well too. Yeah, the compare the same, yeah, the same lives. Yeah, yeah, not a big difference. It's not a good idea.
Yes, I agree with you guys. Unfortunately, there's our reality, but hopefully it will get better. So let's welcome the boys from the breakout room. The boys are back. So how was the conversation? Like, let me see, Pedro, did you guys went through all the questions? How was the conversation in the breakout rooms?
The conversation was good. We talk about a lot of the work conditions and about our jobs, but we get just to the question number 6. I think is the last question that we answered to each other. But in general, it's good.
Awesome. So what you guys, we couldn't reach the question number 6. What do you guys discuss about question number 6? Right, 6. What working conditions can cause? What can be the consequences?
Got to
Yeah.
mad machine.
Go ahead, Pedro.
Yeah, we talk about everything about the work environment, because we come to the conclusion when we're talking about poor poor working conditions is about you don't have the items necessary or have a lot of pressure to do some tasks, and finally this can be a damage for you, not just physically but mentally too. And that, in general, resuming what we're talking is that.
Awesome. So yeah, the consequences can be terrible for us. Like, I believe Bruna mentioned here that she experienced once burnout, right? And this is like the last level of consequences. It's really bad. Thanks, Pedro. Let's hear now from Rodrigo. Let me ask you a question, Rodrigo.
Okay.
I believe that you, Pedro mentioned that you guys went until question number 6, but
Yeah.
maybe can you remember something about question number 8? Where do you leave our cases of labor violations? And can you remember?
Leave or
Like in the video that we saw about Shein paying so low and their employees and like extending the journey of work for longer hours per day. Can you remember something, some case about it here in Brazil?
I don't remember a case about that, but Ricardo mentioned that there are a case in South Brazil that I think is a company about grape, like Dewey juice and wine, that there are slave
Aurora e Santon.
allowed.
Yes, the wineries this
Yeah.
year.
Yes, Ricardo remember me, but I didn't see that. I know today in the chat, the talk, and I think it's one case in our country.
Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, this one was very polemic. It was like in January of this year. And it's like people were still getting enslaved for doing literally obligated to do their job. So that's the worst. Unacceptable. Thanks, Rodrigo. And you, Ricardo, can you share a little bit how are the working conditions on your current job?
Well, I'm a lucky guy because my company is a wonderful place. And I don't tell it just because this meeting is transmitting to YouTube. My company is used to are on the top list from the Great Place to Work. Lately, it's not so. It's not to reach the top 10, but I believe that is a really good company because they respect the employees and they provide good conditions too. So they provide a balance between the personal life and the job. So
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And you are a lucky guy because you work from home and get this beautiful view of the beach, right? If I'm not wrong, you live in São Vicente? Yeah. Right? If I'm not wrong.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I live at São Vicente in my office. It's on Barueri. It's around 150 kilometers. So it's much better to work at home. I wake up 4:30 a.m. and come back to the home around 8 o'clock p.m. So
that would be horrible, right?
I live a dream.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, unfortunately, we are running out of time. I will have to close this meeting, but I really appreciate your presence here. I sent some links on the chat for you. The first one is to you guys send your feedback about this specific meeting, me as a host, or if you wanna recommend some topic to us to discuss in the next meetings, would be awesome. So the second one is for TNT's website, and the third one is for this live on YouTube. So if you can go there, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel would mean a lot for us. And that's all. Thanks for coming. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye. See you.
Next
Bye,
Thursday,
everyone.
8
Have a
a.m.
good day.
Bye-bye.
All right.